Hi, it's Karen, the Weekend Craftaholic, and today I wanted to share with you my plans for 2024. I was hoping to have this video out a little bit earlier, but unfortunately recovering from COVID, so it's a little bit later, but still very relevant. And I hope it gives you some ideas and inspiration if you've not landed your crafting plans for the year as well. So last year was a little bit of stop-start for me, although I did have my plans as I always do. Didn't always come through, again because of, life happens. So this year I'm actually clawing back quite a lot of what I'm hoping to do, being probably a bit more realistic as well with my time and my expectations of what I'm likely to do. But first thing I wanted to cover off is my journaling, my family planning, my memory keeping. So I did Project Live for a few years, that got too time consuming, even moving to monthly spreads. Did a couple of years in the Happy Planner, the bigger one than this. This is the classic size. I did the big one previously, and it really did work for me. Last year, decided to go for Passion Planner, and although I really liked it, the format of it, it just got too time consuming to keep up to date. So I'm gonna ditch that, unfortunately. I thought it would be great to have a bit of a merge of daily life stuff as well as memories and things like that, but just didn't turn out that way, unfortunately. So I'm not gonna actually go with Passion Planner again this year. Instead, I'm going back to the Happy Planner, going for a smaller one. And let me just flick through. Previously I've done the vertical. This is the first time doing an horizontal layout, and I'm flipping to February because I've obviously started January. And one of the things that I always do is keep this private. I don't normally share with you my family planning stuff, but what I've done is from a day-to-day point of view, I've got my moleskin, and that's going to have all of my daily stuff, and this is just going to be almost like a journal and memories for me and my family. I'm going to pop them here, but then I'm also going to add my photos, add little stickers, embellish it, make it look pretty. So that is something I'm going to want to keep on top of and do every weekend for the previous week. So that's the first thing that is going to occupy my time. The other thing that I want to do, and if you're on my Instagram you'll have seen that I've posted that I'm going to do the hashtag 100 Days of Wonder. Now this is just a way of getting creative. Perfect timing because it doesn't start till February. I'll have all the links down below as always, but I'm just showing you now on screen some of the stuff around it. So if you're interested in joining that as well, that's all the information you need to join. I am going to do watercolouring as my inspiration, and I'm going to prep out and just almost make a little bit of an album with it. I have a watercolour album ready to go, but do very small images, probably maybe even any, what would that be? 3x3 inch, I'm thinking maybe is the size of the images that I'm going to do. The other thing that I will probably always do is my Memory Decks Mondays. So this is where I create little Memory Decks cards. So what I will continue to do is my Memory Decks Mondays, and I absolutely love doing these because I can get these done within say 10 minutes. I usually can condense them down to like a 5-minute video for you guys and do 5-minute Memory Decks Mondays, post them on Instagram as well. And it's just a little way of keeping me creative, very quick to do, but keeps that creative feel to the week if I've not had time over the weekend as well. So keep all of these. Usually do one every time I get a new paper collection. I'll do one, so even when it's all used up, I've got some memories of that particular collection, little bits of them, because if you're anything like me, sometimes we tend to hoard the favourite ones. So this way I get to keep my favourite ones and pick up my favourite pieces before I start using the collection itself. So love doing those, and if you're not familiar with memory decks, there's loads of videos out there that give you a bit more information. So I'm going to continue to do those. Didn't do it regularly every single Monday, but will definitely try my best to continue that, all things being well. The other thing that I'm just going to show you on screen now, something new that I'm going to try and do this year, is double page scrapbooking layouts. Now recently went to a little class by Uniquely Creative, which was at the Craft Cave at Gumnuts, and never actually thought about doing double page scrapbooking layouts before, so got inspired by doing that little class. You can see this is the one that we created. We just created them with no photos. I added the photos later, and that's definitely something that I think I'm going to try this year, and I'm going to try and do one per month. Now Uniquely Creative do sell and offer a storytelling, I think it's called, storytelling or storybook kit, where you get all the supplies to do just a double page layout. I'm not going to subscribe to that because I'm trying to be a bit more frugal this year with my craft spend, but I will definitely use the layouts that they use for inspiration, and I'll try and mimic those using up. I've got lots of collections. I've only got little bits and bats, so again it's going to be a way of me kind of using up my stash, old stash, but with new ideas for scrapbook layouts, and I'll probably again create those and then add the photos. I'll share those with you once a month as well, so look out for those. That's going to be something new. One of the things that I always look forward to every crafting year is Christina Werner's holiday card series. That usually starts in November. If you've not come across that before, always get heaps and heaps of Christmas card inspiration. For me, it's usually a bit late. I've usually already started and done the Christmas cards that I need, but a lot of her inspiration I tend to use in my December daily, so check that out if you've not come across that. If you're anything like me, you love watching people craft as well as doing it yourself, so that's definitely something to keep up with. Speaking of December daily though, I am way behind, so that's one of my goals this year. I want to catch up on the last few years actually. If I do ever get them finished, let me know if you'd like to see a flip through, and I'm more than happy to do that. And the very last thing that I'm going to do this year, also November, will be the 30 days of gratitude. I've done this the last few years. It's an idea by Ebba. I'll again post her links down below. It's a really, again, great, fun, quick thing that you can do. It really helps to ground you, thinking of what you're grateful for every day, especially coming up to the end of the year and coming into Christmas as well. So I will definitely be making a little mini album for myself and doing that again this year. Let me know if you want to see that. I think I shared it a few years ago, but not the one last year. So if it is something that you think you'd want to see, please let me know. But other than that, that is my plans for the year. So thank you for watching. If you've got anything else, I'd love to hear about it. Please leave notes in the comments, and I will see you throughout the year. Let's hope it's a great 2024 for everyone. Thanks for watching.